Hey, 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 welcome back to our Finally One podcast.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Natasha.
You ain't gotta look at me. I know when to say my name. You ain't gotta start over. I was just messing.
Hi, guys.
What up? Welcome back. Another week, another day, another dollar, another love-making session.
I don't know about no love-making session. Oh, God.
Well, glad to be here, babe. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Feel good?
I feel good down in my soul.
Tonight's the class. Do they still got time to register for the class?
You have time. Go now and register for our class. What's the name of this class?
What's the name of this class? We're reigniting the intimacy. Physical intimacy. In the marriage.
Yes.
Link is below. It's going down tonight. Don't want to miss it. Wednesday, April 23rd, 7 p.m. Get registered on our website, kellyandnatasha.com. What's it feel? How does it feel to be married to Big Daddy? The overweight lover.
Oh, it feels good to be married again to the overweight lover, Kelly Cole.
The overweight lover,
Kelly Cole. Yeah, it feels good, especially in the state of mind, the way you are now. Like, it feels really good to be in that place and to know that you have no doubt at all that you love me, only me. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
Man, you saying that just made me feel led to share with this young lady. Asked a question when we did the event in Chicago. She says, why do men have to, lose that woman, or something has to happen in order for them to, want to be right, want to do right, want to act right?
Folks.
And I'll share what I said to her is like, I said, Queen, it really has nothing to do with you. Like, listen to me. If you're looking at this and you're trying to nurture a man, love a man, and do all of these things so that he would love you and act right, and no, it has anything. It don't matter what you do, how much you love him or how much you try to fix him, guess what? You can't fix him. The only one can fix him is his maker. And until that man surrenders to his maker and does the work and heal, you're just literally hurting yourself. You're literally hurting yourself because there's literally nothing you can do. I said it time and time again. God gave me the perfect wife, and I was out there looking for what he's already given me because of my brokenness and my unhealed and what was going on with me. But that had nothing to do with her. Like, not zero thing had to do with her. A man will need to surrender to his maker in order to become the man of God, the man that you deserve. Which leads us to a great question, the question that we're talking about in our discussion for today. Thank y'all. Before she's pulling it up, thank y'all the ones who sending in these questions and trusting us to give you an answer. If you have a question, feel free to DM us. Feel free to comment it below. Feel free to email us, admin@kellyandnatasha.com. We would love to help you. That was a great segue. We didn't even plan that segue. But check out this question. Baby, read the question and we both go stuff.
Did you plug in share too? Share this too.
Yeah, share it. It may help somebody. Don't be selfish.
All right. So it says, I am a single woman in my mid-20s, and I've been doing a lot of self-work, therapy, healing, getting clear on my goals. I love the idea of marriage, but I'm also aware it's more than just love and vibes.
Yeah.
How do you really know if you're ready for marriage and not just romanticizing the idea of it? What signs did you notice in yourself that let you know you are ready or not? I'm gonna leave that.
Simple
Go back.
answer is, how do you know if you're ready for marriage, sis? Is if you're ready to die. And I'm gonna break that down. If you're ready to die to self, if you're ready to die to outside opinions, if you're ready to completely serve and lay down your life for your partner, your spouse, and the marriage. Does it make sense? You go to an altar. We talked about this in the last episode. In the law, you had to go to the altar. You had to sacrifice an animal, right? When you get married, guess where you go to? You go to an altar. But guess what is the sacrifice? You are the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Not your spouse, not anybody else. You are the sacrifice that is going to be slayed at that altar. What you think, babe?
Yeah, and sis, I just want to give you your props because your first, what you said out there, you was like, I've been doing self-work. Like, that's number one. Your therapy, your healing, getting clear on your goals. Like, that is number one. Like, shout out to you for going through that and doing that. But as far as me, knowing that, I was ready for marriage, I guess it helped a little bit in the beginning because I was married before. And when I was out there after, we had been divorced, like nothing was appeasing to me. Like I was trying to do this and trying to do that, but it was just so uncomfortable, like, and not easy. Like, but once he got himself together, came back to me and was like, you are a wife. Like, you have all the qualities and everything about, saving yourself. Like, so that's how I knew it. Like, it just came easy to me. Did I say that right?
You said
ramble?
that. You said no. You said that perfectly. But tell her what you did to know 100% sure that you should marry me and that it's time to marriage. Like, like you said, the healing and stuff, all that stuff is important. Yeah. But I think what you did trumps all of that.
Yes.
All right, then let's talk about
I had to clearly hear from the Lord. Like, I prayed to him and said, I am not moving until I have a clear answer. Like, you have to literally sit beside me and say, hey, yes, that's your cue. You go. Like, and as I said before, I think I've said it on here, like, I heard that. I was in church one day and I felt like the Holy Spirit was just talking to me only. Like, I was the only one in the sanctuary. But we were in service. Like, everyone was around me. But I heard a clear word from the Holy Spirit. Said, yes, this is it. You go. My son has done his work. He has changed. He is going to treat you like gold. So that's what I had to do, was pray.
Yeah, so pray and hear from God. Like, before you do anything, like she said, I applaud you for doing your healing, doing your work, going through the things. But guess what? I'm going to tell you too. You don't know if you truly healed from certain things till you're put in that situation.
Tried by the fire.
It's easy to say that you're healed until you get put in a situation that triggers that healing. So I always like to say that healing is a process, and I love that you've begun your process. Now, speaking to you from a male's perspective, make sure that man has done the same thing. Don't be so in a hurry to, get married. If he hasn't done those things. Read her question again, step by step, because I don't want to make sure that I'm touching on each part. Make sure he has begun his work of ending, healing his inner child, right, and healing from his trauma from his childhood. Because I had so many things in me that I didn't even realize I had or what was going on until I completely surrendered to God and began to do the work and allow him to heal me and go through that healing process. But I was messed up all because of that, not healing that 5-year-old, Kelly, who was in there.
So I'm going to back up just a little before the question. She says, I love the idea of marriage, but I'm also aware it's more than just love and vibes.
100%. Wait, let's start right there. Is love more than, I mean, is marriage more than love and vibes?
Yeah, marriage is a lot, but I mean, it's only putting God first, like God first, marriage, love, vibes, all that.
You know what? You know what? When people say marriage is hard, marriage ain't hard.
No, it's not.
You know what's hard? Killing that
I was
flesh.
gonna say flesh is hard. That's what came to my head.
That's the only thing.
Flesh.
That's why I said, how do you know you're ready? When you're ready to kill that flesh daily, when you're ready to go to war every day against that flesh and against that enemy who wants to separate you and your spouse, who wants to isolate you, who wants to put things in your head and get you to honor it. That's what's hard. Marriage is not hard. What's hard is killing that flesh every single day, not letting that flesh win. And I'm not just talking about, maybe sexual sin, which that's a big one. That's one that has taken out men and relationships from, since the Old Testament. But listen to me. You have to kill your flesh in how you respond and treat and respect your spouse. Does that make sense? I still had to tell her, look, baby, I'll do anything for you. All you got to do is ask me. And how you ask is going to get the best response, right? So a lot of times what the enemy will do is make you frustrated about things that you haven't even communicated that you dislike.
Yeah.
And if you got a man like me, certain things don't even matter to me. Does that make sense? Like, I don't have an ego in a way where, ain't no woman gonna tell me what to do. Baby, if you don't like something, all you got to do is say, hey baby, do you mind doing this? Or whatever. It's gonna get you far greater, right? What does it say? A soft answer turns away wrath. She has a thing about, when I was leaving my hat on the table, but I was leaving my hat on the table to put next to my keys, so when I grab my keys, I can put on my hat. She don't like a hat on the table. She never said anything. So one day she frustrated. I wish you wouldn't do that. I wish you would. And I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? She hadn't communicated that. I said, baby, I don't care about this hat. All you have to do is say, baby, will you hang up your hat? Have I done it since then?
You have.
I'm saying, have I left my hat on the
on
the
table?
No.
I thought
But it was
saying
simple, right? I said, baby, all you got to do is tell me what it is that you need, because it's not important to me.
Yeah, I've realized that guys, they don't have like that woman, how do you say it, woman in intuition. Like, they don't have that. So you have to say like certain things. Like before we left, I was carrying my clothes on a hanger, and I was looking for the little thing to pull down on the hanger for the car. And because I didn't say nothing to him, he's like, babe, I just need you to tell me what you want. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, I have to come to you and be like, hey, do you see the hanger thing that's on the car? I need that to hang my clothes on, because, me, I'm just going about it, and I'm like, I know it's here, but it was on the other side of the door, not on my side. And I'm like, man, but I get it. I have to say something, like, because men, sometimes I can't say that they're not smart, but sometimes they just don't have that thinking.
When was the last time you looked at your spouse and felt a deep desire and a deep passion and a connection with them? If you can't remember, listen, we got something special for you. It's going down Wednesday, April 23rd at 7 p.m. We're having a class. What's the name of the class, sweetheart?
The class is called Reignite the Passion in Your Marriage and Increase Your Physical Intimacy.
Come get the tools to bring more passion, affection, and connection in your marriage. Listen, we've been there. There was a period of time where she wanted nothing to do with me. She couldn't stand me. She couldn't stand to look at me. She did not desire me physically. She did not desire me emotionally. We had zero connection. And to be where we are now is nothing but the grace of God and the tools and the steps that we use to get here. So we want you to take this class. Now, who is this class for? Couples who know they've been struggling
Right.
with their connection,
Yeah.
emotionally and physically. Husbands, listen, this is your time to speak out. Part of what happens when that connection is lost, one of the other partner is not communicating effectively.
Right.
Y'all not having the hard conversation. What's going on in the bedroom? Why aren't you attached to that person like glue? Why don't you desire them? But you know, deep down, you know the connection is not where it needs to be. We challenge you to register for this class. Once again, it's going down April 23rd, 7 p.m. Okay, we got the general admission, $47. We got the VIP, it's $97. The VIP gets the recording and you get a digital workbook to support you after the class.
Yeah, so come out, be a part of it. We hope that we can give you some tips to help you with that, because I know sometimes as a woman it's hard to show your man that in intimacy and everything. So we'll try to help and maneuver through that and help you out with that. So April 23rd, 7 p.m. Wednesday night, come and be a part of our class.
Yep, let's get that connection back. Let's get y'all back on one accord. Let's get y'all back connecting, because remember, the enemy wants to keep you separated.
Right.
God created intimacy, physical intimacy, so that the person can become one. That's why he designed it for marriage, okay? When something has been glued together, if you pull it apart, there's parts of it still stuck on the other side. We want you to remain like this, all right? Sign up for the class. Go ahead and register now. If you're on the page, just click the link. Go ahead and register now. Men are very smart. We're just not thinking about what you're thinking about. That's where women mess up is. You think that we're thinking about what you're thinking about, and we're not. We're thinking
Far from it.
we're thinking about your safety. We're thinking about what needs to be done. We're like 10 steps ahead in the vision of what needs to be executed, the plan, the route. All of these little minute things that you're thinking about or what's going through your head is not going through our head. But if you say, hey honey, I need this, guess what? We can execute, we can do that. It's frustrating for a man to have to try to figure out what it is that you want or what it is that you need. No, baby, I need you to communicate. I heard this pastor say one time, one of the biggest things in problems in marriages and relationships is unspoken expectations. It's like you're expecting this man to be something and do things that he doesn't even know or haven't even experienced or not even thinking about. Half the stuff women be thinking about and how y'all brain works, a man ain't thinking about it. Y'all are crazy. I said it. Y'all are crazy. For real. Like, we don't even think that way. She just gonna throw the clothes. She was like, yeah, I just put her. I was like, baby, what are you looking for? What you need? Just tell me what you need. And she was like, I need the hook. And I said, baby, here it is. Hand it to me. It's simple to us, but
That don't make me crazy.
Yes, it is. You know why it's crazy? Because there is a solution. You have a partner. All you have to do is tell your partner, hey, baby, I need this. And especially if you got a partner who wants to make your life easier or make things easier for you and you ain't got to wrestle. It was something else you did on the trip that I was like, baby, it's so simple. Or you asked me and I gave you the answer and you was like, yeah, I wish I just, say it. But it's simple.
You crazy too. Like,
I've
why
never
would
denied
it? Thank you.
Why would I what?
Why would you take your hat off your head to put on the table? Like, that's crazy.
All right, it's not crazy. Let me explain to you the logic behind it. I said it when I said the logic. The logic is, hey, I'm putting my keys right here. I know I'm going back out. I'm going to put my hat next to my keys so it's easy for me to grab my hat, put my hat on my head, grab my keys, I'm out the door. Right? I will add an extra step because she doesn't like that. Right? And what I did, I adjusted. Going back to her question, if I had an ego, if I didn't realize that, hey, this ain't about me, and I would rather have peace in my home and peace in my marriage, I would say, I'm going to put my hat where I want to. I'm a grown man. I'm this, I'm that. And it ain't about, I ain't got to prove I'm a grown man. She can look at me and see I'm a grown man, But a grown man wants peace in his home, wants his wife happy. Going back to, hey, are you ready to die? That's how you know if you truly ready to be married, and are you ready to be a wife? Not just be married or have a wedding. No, are you ready to be a wife? Are you ready to minister to that man? Are you ready to pray for him? Are you ready to protect his heart? Are you ready to guard his heart? You know, in Proverbs 31, everybody quotes it, but they forget the part where it says the husband's heart safely trusted in his wife, right? Let's read that. I don't want to mess that one up. I don't want to misquote that. Proverbs 31. Hold on, let me get to the scripture. But yeah, are you ready to be a wife? Not just be married, because that's two different things. That's two different things. Proverbs 31. Let me see. Let's find it. All right, where's it at? I don't want to find it. Okay. Proverbs 31 verse 11 says, the heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her. Like, are you ready to be a wife, meaning and protect your husband's heart? Can he safely trust in you and praise you for protecting his wife, right? That he no need of spoil. And what spoils were things of waste, right? Does he need to go outside of the marriage to get the things that he feels like he's not getting for you? Are you ready to be a sacrifice and give up your body? Your body is no longer your own when you become married.
Right.
Right? That's the only cup that you can fulfill, his intimacy cup, right? He can't get that from anywhere else. Right? Are you ready to be a sacrifice? No, it ain't. What was we watching? We was watching something where I always watching Tyler Perry, Why Did I Get Married? Right?
Yeah.
And she was like, this is my body, and and wait a minute.
That's crazy, because I was just thinking of that, of how you had said, like, your body is mine. What are you talking about? So, yeah, continue on.
Nah, I mean, it's no longer yours. When you become married, or when you say you're entering into this covenant, you no longer belong to you. You die to you for the marriage. That means that your family don't have no opinion over what you do for your husband or your wife. That means your friends don't have an opinion about what you do for your husband or your wife. Your ego has to go. All of that got to go, right? I could tell her, baby, I don't like that, or that's too short. Sometimes she'll be like, baby, you think this too short, or she'll know. But guess what? Why she do that? She respects me.
Right.
She don't want me uncomfortable. She don't feel like I'm insecure because I don't want her wearing certain things, which we don't have those problems. But I've been in relationships before and been like, yo, why you gotta wear that? Or why you gotta do this? And then now I'm insecure, or am I controlling because I don't want everybody seeing my woman out there? So that's how I'll answer it. Are you ready to die? But go ahead. Give from a woman's perspective about marriage and, you know, what you have to give up.
I think you said it, like you, that ear, everybody else talking, like you have to let go of that. And even the devil, like you have to block that. It's focus. Like you can't hear everything that's going around, because the devil is going to say this one to that one to tell you to do this, to do that. Like, block it. That's what I say.
Is it worth it? Do you think is it worth it being a wife and being in covenant versus being single and uncovered and wandering out there? Like, really, let's really get deeper and talk about it.
Yes, because one thing that has stuck that you said to me, like, it's like I'm a number. Like, if I was out there and doing all of this and letting men deposit their stuff, their seed in me, like, that's so many from here, there, everywhere. Like, it's crazy to just think of that as me being a number. Like, it's so important to have that husband that is truly into you and loves you. And yeah, I'm like getting all caught up here because that just stuck with me when you said that. Like, all these other guys are out here and they're not looking to be married, they're just wanting a fix.
Yeah.
And so for me to be out there and was uncovered,
yeah,
was crazy. So
and
it is worth.
It's worth, like, the sacrifice. Is it worth the marriage and the benefits of being married as a woman?
Yes, because if I was giving it up and going to this one, it would be that one, because there's not a lot out there that's looking to be married. So you have to watch as well as pray. And
Well, you think that would have been fulfilling? What about those who say you need to sleep with different men and you don't know this, you don't know that?
no, because then I would have had that thought of all of that in my mind, like, oh, well, he did this better, he did that better. Like, no, that was not worth it for me, because I know what you can do for me. I find ways for you to please me and you to satisfy me. So
You say you find ways?
I mean, we talk about like stuff that turns me on.
Hey, you
Stop.
taking in.
I can't with you.
No,
That's
no.
not what I'm
No,
on
meaning it's because it's a covenant. You could be free.
Right.
You could be open. There's a deeper level of comfort and protection and security. Like, I wish women would really understood their value. Like, I always told her, like, when we were divorced, like, yo, you are a wife. You're not a chick who's out here or who would live a lifestyle of just laying with dudes. Now, if you allow yourself to be, guess what? Men will use you, pass you along, sleep with you, and be gone to the next one. And here you are. You're wondering why you're unfulfilled. It's because you're not even supposed to be doing that. You are not supposed to be doing that. And I said, hey, the line of guys that want to sleep with you, that line is around the corner. But to find someone that's going to love you, going to protect you, going to want a covenant and want to marry you and honor you and treat you the way that you are, guess what? You're going to have to wait for that. That line is a lot shorter, right? And we were talking about women who, was it on vacation? We were talking about women who desire to be married, but I don't know if they're ready to be a wife. Like, shout out to this sister who sent this question in. She's done her healing.
Yeah.
It says she started doing her work. I gave her props. She's working towards her goals. But you need to be just as hard in doing that. You need to be pursuing Christ. Like, you need to be running after God, right? You need to be pursuing his heart. You need to be reading your word. You need to be, using his word to heal you as well, right? Because without him, listen, if you don't have a natural covering in a husband, guess what? Christ is your covering, right? He's your father. He's your heavenly father, right? So you need to operate under that covering. And that's the thing that needs to govern you, right? What messes women up a lot of times is they're allowing men to cover them who are not their husbands while they're laying on their back. Think about that. You're allowing a man to cover you, get on top of you, who's not your husband, and you're wondering why you're unfulfilled. You're wondering why you can't think straight. You're wondering why you're having all of these issues, because guess what? He's depositing all of these demon seeds inside of you. You're allowing him to enter your body, and he's not your husband. Go ahead. I talked a lot. Why are you shaking your head?
Just to think of that, like all these different dudes, and I'm just gonna be real. We say depositing, but nutting in you, like so many different deposits that's been in you, like
What?
it just don't sit well with me.
Why?
Because like
You almost fell down that road.
I did, but I was out there and I was like, as you said, left uncovered. Like I wanted to be loved. I wanted somebody to want me. And
But listen, sex ain't love.
no, it's not.
Sex ain't love. Did
But
I share that with you? Like, it was a quote I was wrestling with. Like, sex ain't love. Love ain't lust. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like wanting to be, did you say wanting to be loved?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do women equate sex to love? Sex does not equal love outside of covenant.
I said I wanted somebody to want me, and I wanted somebody to have, but I wanted somebody to love me as well. I didn't.
Right, but you saying, we were talking about you almost fell down that road of sleeping with somebody else, right? Mm-hmm. Not really desiring covenant. You say you wanted somebody to love you, you wanted somebody to want you. Guess what? It's not hard for a man to show you that he wants you or pretend like he loves you, right? Mm-hmm. A man proves his love by committing and being in covenant with you, not sleeping with you. That's what I wish women understood. Like, y'all equate a man wanting to sleep with you to a man wanting to lay his life down for you and enter covenant with you. That's true love, right? As the word says, a husband love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave his life for it. That's true love. That's the definition of true love. A husband laying down, it says husbands, like a man entering covenant with you, giving you his name, covering, that's love. What's up, everybody? I'm Kelly.
And I'm Natasha.
Listen, we are now accepting dates for marriage and relationship workshops, trainings, and panels. What are some of the topics, baby?
Yeah, topics including but not limited to are restoring trust after infidelity, communication, restoring the intimacy, becoming one, how to win in your finances, before you say I do, and are they the one?
Listen, this is perfect for churches. This is perfect for conferences.
Yeah.
This is perfect for marriage and couples ministries. We would love to come visit you and be a part of your next event or your special event. All you need to do to get locked in with us, see if a date is available, send us an email at admin@kellyandnatasha.com or just go to the website kellyandnatasha.com. We would love to be a part of your next event.
Yeah.
Not a man wanting to sleep with you. That's not love. That's a man lusting after you.
Yeah, and while I was out there, I hadn't fully gone through of my healing and my therapy, mm-hmm. and like I just wanted to be sexed up. Like I wanted to be fast.
You said you wanted to be sexed up. What does that mean?
I wanted somebody to just have sex with me, to say I had sex, like because I was out there lonely, like.
But let's help some people though. Wait a minute. So do you wish you would have did that?
No, I'm not saying that. I said I was in that moment of being lonely and not going through everything of healing and therapy and I just wanted to have fun.
But let's help somebody though, because there's somebody that may be watching this that's feeling that right now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Why are you glad that you didn't go that route and it didn't happen?
Because I just told you, of thinking of all of this that was deposited into me, not even thinking of what I could have got out there, as far as STDs or anything, and then to know the fact that if I would have done that, it probably wouldn't have brought you back and you fully wanting me, trusting me, and knowing my inner and outer everything.
So you feel like So you feel like it would have been harder for us to get here had you been out there doing that? And would that have been worth you missing out on who God had for you?
No.
Okay. Let's
No.
help somebody. Listen to me. Sis, it's not worth it. It's not worth it if it's not worth it to give yourself away to somebody with the possibility of missing out on who God has for you. Like, wait for the man God has for you and control your body, control those urges, control your thoughts, your mind. And that came, let's be honest, that came listening to other people too.
Yeah. That's true.
Who you wouldn't trade lives with.
Yeah. That's that outer talking. Yep.
Think about it. You listening to people who you wouldn't trade life with. Guess what? The ones who talking all that stuff now, their life ain't your life.
That's exactly right.
They ain't getting treated the way you getting treated. They don't have the peace that you have. They don't have the covering that you have. They don't have none of the things. So ladies, listen to me. As big bruh, there's something call me Unc. A man will say he wants you, pretend he loves you just to get your body. And guess what? At the same time, he's got another body. And at the same time, he's looking for another one. And while you're over here wanting to be loved, wanting to be wanted, guess what? He's going to make you feel just as loved as you want to be feel. But guess what? He's going to be sexing up another one. And you're just going to be a number. You're just going to be on the roster. And I'm just keeping it all the way funky with you. Sex does not equal love to a man. Women need to get that out of your head. Giving up your body doesn't mean that that man is going to love you. It's not going to make him love you. It is not. I don't care how good you feel like your sex is or what you can do. Listen to me. That's not going to make that man love you. That's not going to make that man treat you right, especially if he's not who God has for you. A young lady asked a question when we did the panel in Johnson City. She said, what did she ask about? Like, how does she remain patient in finding somebody, the young lady in the back?
Yes, she did.
And the example that I got, run as fast as you can towards God, and a man who wants you, a man of God who's pursuing you, he should be running towards God, and you look over, if he's pursuing you as he's pursuing God, guess what? You slow down to talk to this man. But any man that's going to pull you away from the Lord or try to get you to do things outside of the will of God or outside of the covenant, that's an ultimate red flag. Especially if you're a woman of God.
How you said it before, if he doesn't have Jesus, he doesn't have you,
came from
shouldn't have you.
Pastor Hollis said, if they don't have Jesus, they shouldn't have you.
Yeah.
Period. If they don't have Jesus, they shouldn't have you. And if they have Jesus, guess what? They're going to honor the temple. They're going to honor your body. They're going to, not saying, now listen to me. In those 7 months before we got married, man, did I want to lay with her. And I knew she was my wife, but we hadn't made the covenant, re-entered the covenant. You get what I'm saying? I wanted her. She wanted me. Didn't you want me, baby?
Yes, I did want you.
It was hard. It was hard. But I knew in order for her to honor me as the priest and honor me as the head of our family and the head of our household and the priest of our house and honor me as the man of God, guess what? I had to be the man of God. I had to exemplify that. I had to lead with purpose, and I had to lead in a way that God has called me to lead. I had to be disciplined. I had to be focused. I had to carry her when she couldn't carry herself, and I had to carry all of us. I had to exemplify the principles of God before we entered the covenant, not her thinking, oh, it's going to click in when it gets there. I didn't want her to ever question my word, because I made a word and a covenant to God. Guess what? I wanted her to know that she can bank on that same word. And I said, whether it's you or it ain't you, because she still had to figure out if she wanted to enter the covenant, because she was waiting for God. I said, listen, baby, Whether it's you, God tells you you're my wife, I know you are, but if he don't tell you you're my wife and I marry somebody else, guess what? I am not having sex again with a woman until I enter a covenant. And I made that vow to God that day when I rededicated my life to God. Right? Ain't that what I told you?
Yeah.
And guess what? It wasn't, okay, well, we wasn't having sex, but we was doing it. No. No, I was not masturbating.
Yeah.
I was not doing anything.
No.
I committed to the Father. All right. Let's get back to her question so
That's
we
what
can
I
wrap
said.
it
I
up.
want to recap because we went.
I think we gave a lot of good content and
We
prayerfully
did,
helped
but I
some
just
people.
want to recap, and I'm going to ask the question, and you give like the answer.
But you got to give an answer too.
I said you give the answer.
But you,
I've
always
said
talking.
it. Okay. How do you really know if you're ready for marriage and not just romanticizing the idea of it?
Yep. I said, is you ready to go to that altar and sacrifice and kill your flesh?
Yes.
And die to your flesh daily, die to yourself daily, and realize that in order to kill your flesh, you have to become one flesh with your partner and realize that you two are a team.
Yeah.
You know, this is my teammate. Like, we are a team. All right. And
That's
I have to kill
exactly, because
myself.
remember when you were going through it, I said the same thing. I was like, yeah, that's what came to mind. Flesh, you got to kill it.
Yeah.
And then what signs did you notice in yourself that let you know you were ready or not?
What let me know
What
that I was
signs?
ready was that by me rededicating my life, my eyes were open, and I understood, because of my study in the Word of God, of what it meant to truly be in a marriage and be a husband, right? And be a priest of a home. And I had been through so much that I knew also what a wife was and what I needed in a wife. She's not perfect for anybody else but me. There's people could see, or somebody could say, I don't see how you do that, or see how you deal with that. I said, she ain't for you. She mine. She belongs to me. She perfect for me. This is my partner, my best friend. Like I said, I love that we could do. I ain't got to wrestle with her. I ain't got to wrestle her down to do nothing. Does it make sense? Like, I ain't got to wrestle. I ain't got to perform. I could be me. She's just as happy with me when we're at concerts and I'm getting her backstage as she is sitting on this couch watching a movie with me.
Yep.
Just as happy.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, you share, babe. You gotta share something.
What my sign was hearing from God, like Him clearly speaking to me and saying, yes, this is your husband. This is what you can do. That was my sign.
Yeah, you're not ready if you're not ready to kill your flesh. If you're not ready to be one with your partner. You're not ready if you value the opinion of your friends, family, or anybody else. You care what they think. You cannot care what anybody else thinks, right? Because we talked about this too, is like, I love the fact that she ain't got to be at every, brunch, and the ladies are doing, like, she would rather be with me than do all of that stuff anyway. I feel like if you married, you ain't got to do it. And I'm not saying like all the times. If there's a ladies function, or I'm okay with that. But
right, and it's good to do like some of that sometimes, get together with other women of like minds and just
key
share.
word of like minds. I think married women should definitely be with married women, right? And women who are faithful to their husbands, women who are women of God, who want to do things according to the word, not women who desire to be out of their marriages, women who cheating on their husbands, and vice versa. Same thing for men. I said in Chicago, it's like, no, I only want to be around men who are faithful to their wives, loving their children, and striving to be a man of God every day, in character and principle, in their word and in their character.
But you said, hold up, you said that somebody that you don't want me being around somebody that is wanting to be out of their marriage. But if I am with them and around them, sharing with them, that could help them as far as trying to stay in their marriage. And
I agree with that. I agree with that, and I'm not saying not wanting to get out of that marriage, meaning they're in their marriage, but they're doing things against covenant. So like when they're out of sight of their husband, they flirting with men. They doing, you get what I'm saying? Like they doing little stuff. Because let's be honest, anybody can get to a place in their marriage where they're struggling. Like, I don't know if I could do this. No, I think like as a friend, you should be there. I'm talking about women who, when they're out brunches and doing all of this stuff, that they don't even act like that they married. Folks wouldn't even know that they have a husband. I don't think married women should be in men's face. I don't think married women should be flirting with men. I don't think married women should be receiving gifts from men and all of this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm talking about.
I got you.
Now, should a group of married women mentor women who are single, who are desiring marriage,
right.
who are yes. But some of these jokers who out here and girl, I don't see how you do that. How you only been with him? How you
stop?
I'm
just saying how you
right. Girl, I couldn't.
That's what I'm talking
I couldn't.
about.
What?
Stop.
He wants you to do what? You mean
stop?
You mean to tell me
it's
that
your son calling him?
Go ahead. We can pause. What was I saying about the
Girl, you doing all of that?
Yeah.
You lost it.
Yeah, I lost it. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it. I think that's the most important part.
Right.
Like you can't believe, like, women who talking crazy stuff. Girl, I can't believe you. Oh, when he called, you got to go running. Yeah, that's your husband. You rather prove a point and then be out there uncovered than say, hey, I need you to come home, or I need whatever. It shouldn't be no egos in marriage. Right? And it goes both ways.
Yep.
It goes both ways. You are the sacrifice. So did we answer? I'm gonna look at it. Did we answer her complete question?
Yeah, because I backed up and I wanted to give the answer as I asked the question. So yeah.
Yeah. You're ready she said, what signs you notice in yourself let you know you were ready. When you're ready, to die to yourself, you're ready to die to your flesh. And it is not about no doggone wedding ceremony. It's not about how beautiful the dress is. It's not about the church. It's not about the flowers. It's not about you having this grand moment that you dreamed of. It's about, hey, are you ready to be a wife and serve this man, right? And man of God, are you ready to be a husband and serve this woman? Are you ready to cover her? Are you ready to pray for her? Are you ready to water her with the word? Are you ready to give of yourself for her? Are you ready to change? Are you ready to lose that anger, that attitude, that stubbornness? Are you ready to become disciplined? Are you ready to be a leader? Right? And a woman, are you ready to submit? Are you ready to listen? Right? Are you ready to listen?
Please stop.
Are you ready to listen?
Please stop.
Are you ready to listen?
All right. It's time to end this
Are
episode.
you ready to listen?
You acting silly.
Are you ready to listen?
Let's go. Yes.
Do you listen? See, you abusive. She hits me.
See, it's time to go. Hey, do we have any final words? Stop!
Do you got final words?
Oh.
Baby.
Okay.
You smell good, baby.
Well, I'm glad. I took a shower. Please stop. All right.
Final words. You got the final words. I've been talking, babe.
I
You
know.
gotta talk
Go ahead
more.
and finish talking.
No, you say
Final words. Say it.
What's your final words?
I don't have any.
All right, let me ask you a question. We in with this, please. This ain't for me. It ain't for me, babe. It's for to help somebody.
Oh, goodness.
Final words to the young lady who thinks that life is going to be easier because she gets married. What would you tell her? She thinks that the only thing that she's missing is a husband in her life. It's going to be easier.
Now what?
What would you say to the young woman who's going through a tough time right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
She feels like the only thing she's missing or the thing that would make her life better is if she was to get married. What would you say to her?
The only thing, if you feel like that's the only thing that's missing and that husband comes along, then that is what you're missing. You're missing that covenant, that longing for someone to love you, cherish you, and be with you, committed to you. Like, that's...
Okay. And then 3 things for her to get ready. So you said number 1 was, what's 3 things that she should be doing to get ready?
Praying.
Yep.
Hearing from God.
Yep.
And keeping yourself, like, not going out here and trying to do this, that, and the other. Keeping yourself. And the third thing, I don't know what the third thing would be.
Working on your healing.
Right. I was just thinking of that, her question, because she's already been through her healing, and I mean, you do it daily and stuff, but she's already been there with working on her healing and stuff, so that's why I didn't come to mind of healing, but still continue to work on that.
All right. For the man out there, number 1, like she said, I would say first, for men, it's a little bit different, but it's not, okay? Definitely be working on your healing that inner child, getting over your childhood trauma, praying and seeking God and becoming disciplined as a man of God. And the third one I'm going to say is you should definitely be working on finding your purpose, that your purpose and your gifts can bring forth income and finances, because you're going to need it to become a provider, right? You're going to need to be able to provide for your household, right? So you're going to need money. So be praying, be seeking God for your purpose, your work, healing your inner child, and seeking God, like truly praying. And let's be honest, we talked about this too. There is a bunch of single women out here, beautiful single women out here, lonely, desiring covenant. And she asked the question, why are there so many single? And I said, because they're focused on the wrong things. He's not 6 feet, right? He don't make 6 figures, and he don't have a beard. Make it make sense, right?
Yeah.
Make it make sense. Here is, you got a man who would love you, cherish you, lay down his life for you, provide for you, treat you like a queen. Now, I'm not a fool. You should be attracted to him. But attraction shouldn't start with, hey, is he 6 feet? If he has a beard, all of this stuff that we hear about all the time. So you got 99% of women wanting 1% of male, of man, right? And the 1% of men out there, they have many options, and y'all wondering why so many men can't be faithful, because number one, they're not faithful to God first, right? So that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, you're going into it, so stop.
But yeah, we gonna get out of here. Make sure you guys tune in to next week. Like she said, share this episode with someone you never know who it will help. Send us your questions, your comments, your concern, and remember, we're always here to pray for you, to be here for you, and for any advice, keep sending us your questions and comments. Anything?
Yes, if you do have a prayer request, put it down below. We are always open and available to pray for you, pray for your situation, just pray. So yeah.
Cool. That being said, thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all next week.
Thank you. Hey guys, just wanted to come to you thanking you for checking out the Finally One podcast.
Listen, this is what we need you to do. We need to grow our following. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. Make sure you're sharing these episodes. You don't know what couple that they may help. So subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You don't know who you're going to help. And make sure you're following us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Yes, guys. Share. Help us.
Yep. And you don't know who you're going to help. So it's not about us. It's about helping couples, right?
Share. Yeah.
So share, like, subscribe. Help us get our following up.